Hey guys, it's Jim. I'm smoking my new Hackert Patriot, custom Patriot with the antler stem and the vulcanite bit. Got a little plum cake in it. And I was warned that plum cake can smoke like roll cake if you're not careful with it. You gotta really learn to pack it, learn to smoke it, be patient. And it's a little spicy for me, but not real bitey. This is one of those pipes or one of those tobaccos you learn to really barely keep it lit. Then you learn to pack a bowl right with this. I learned that you gotta use that a 3-pack method with this. You know, first bowl, first load easy, second medium, and the last one's firm. You gotta keep it nice and tight. But this Hackert Patriot is a good smoke. I like it. It's small too. It's small like this. The Diplomat, a little bit smaller. It's growing on me though. I like that Diplomat because it's nice and big in the hand and kind of heavy. I've noticed that these antler stemmed cobs can just start to get a little gurgly. I notice it a lot with my custom General. It gets gurgly about halfway down. I just run a pipe cleaner through it. Hackert does a great job, and you know, the stem and the bit, so it, you know, I can really get a pipe cleaner down there easily. But I recommend that that plum cake if you want to learn how to properly pack and properly smoke something that has a little bit of a bite to it. Plum cake's a good thing to start on. Plum cake or roll cake, but I like the plum cake. To me, I think the roll cake has more Virginia in it. It's a lot more tangy. The plum cake or the roll cake is more tangy. If I said that right, the roll cake I think has more Virginia in it. I'm more of a Burley fan. I think that's probably why I like the plum cake a little bit more. I think it's got more Burley in it. Also, the Cavendish is a little richer. To me, it's almost got like a... When I was younger, we had a relative that made actually good fruit cake. And we would cut it and toast it and butter it, and that's what this reminds me of. Of course, you don't really taste it till you get down to the middle of the bowl, but really good fruit cake bread, toasted. Kind of a bizarre thing to get out of a tobacco flavor, but that's what I taste. Maybe it's the cob. Personally, I find if you're not really puffing really hard on the cobs, some people were complaining about tasting the cob and not liking the taste of burnt corn cob. But once you smoke, I mean, once you get at least 5 or 10 bowls through a cob, I'd be surprised if you're tasting anything scorched cob. But yeah, the plum cake can be a little bit bitey, like roll cake, but not as bad as roll cake. Probably because there's not that much Virginia in it. But it doesn't taste synthetic. It tastes fruity. Fruity and bready. Doesn't sting on the snork, probably because you're not. Doesn't have the latakia in it. But I think the trick with the plum cake is actually getting the nice, even, dense pack when you're loading the bowl. That's a trick you got to learn. I think you just gotta learn it by feel when you get that three pack method down. I was reading this article, the Thermodynamics of pipe smoking, and it encouraged you to get your the tobacco under, like, lighting it and keeping it lit and have it smoldering under, like, I think it's at 300 or 400 degrees, because that way you're getting less burning tobacco and the heat more oxidizes the tobacco. And I think that's why you're getting less of the smoke flavor. You know, it's not just burning, you're actually getting more flavor out of the tobacco as it breaks down from the heat. Yeah, look that up if you haven't read that. It's an article called Thermodynamics of Pipe Smoking. You know, it was pretty interesting. It talked about how when you're smoking tobacco at higher temperatures, the way it releases the smoke and the chemicals and everything comes out of it. And how the pipe smokers usually, if they're good and experienced, they're not smoking, the tobacco doesn't get over 600 degrees, and that's a good thing, because most of the negative chemicals, bad elements and stuff that come out that smokers inhale is coming out at like 900 degrees or so when you're really huffing on that cigarette or something like that. So yeah, I find with plum cake, it tastes good to start with, but I really get most of the good flavors out of the middle third of the bowl, or the middle half. The top quarter and the bottom quarter, I don't get as much out of. I get out of that middle half, and I really start to slow down in the middle. The flavor changes as I go down. Almost a plummy flavor. And it always stays a little bit spicy, like ginger almost. So anyway, and I like plum cake. I like something that's a little bit challenging. So give it a try, but be careful with it, because it will bite. Learn to pack your bowl, learn to smoke slow. Barely keep it lit and you'll enjoy it for longer. And try Jake Hackert cobs. Some people are saying, oh, I only smoke roll cake or plum cake out of a big, thick bowl. I'm smoking it out of this. Probably one of the smallest, thinnest quality cobs that Missouri Meerschaum makes. It's got the wood plug in it. I recommend it. Getting the wood plug ones if you want something that's going to last. But at the price, they're still disposable, and not a Jake Hackert. This is $20. I get customized, but it'll last a hell of a lot longer. But if you're smoking slow, try it in a cob. Talk to you guys later.